At our time of recording this, Tennessee football is just 6 days away from taking the field against Virginia in Nashville. I'm Caleb Jarreau, sports editor here at the Daily Beacon, and we have a special treat for you. Here in just about half a minute, I will swing it over to my interview with Omari Thomas, where we preview this year's Tennessee football season and how they plan on leaving last year in the past. But before that, I do have to plug some stuff that we're doing down in the basement of the comms building, room 11. Dropping on Wednesday, August 30th, will be 16 pages worth of our football preview, which will include stuff from soccer, volleyball, our sit-down with Omari Thomas in print version, and our feature interview with Danny White talking about how he navigated the NCAA allegations. So, with all that being said, I encourage you to pick up a Daily Beacon if you're around Knoxville, or view it online at utdailybeacon.com. Well, let's get to the interview. Omari, I appreciate you coming out talking to us today, previewing the season. How's fall camp going? What you been up to?
It's going pretty good. Camp's been pretty good. The guys we coming in every day, just ready to work, trying to get better. But it's been fun just really being able to, you spend so much time with each other. Everybody's just really able to just continue to grow, and you learn more about your teammates every day, things that you didn't know. So it's pretty fun, and I really enjoy it.
How would you compare this fall camp that y'all are having this fall compared to last fall after coming off of an 11-win season?
Yeah, I think what I would say, the crazy thing is like this year, like everyone's been saying it, like we feel so connected. Everyone on the team just feels like so together, like a true family, a true brotherhood. So it's been good for us, just everybody coming in to work. You have days where defense win, offense win, you know, days where it's a struggle on both sides. So it's just good that we're able to continue to just come in and really grow and just continue to be players and continue to just get coached up every day and understand that the way our coaches are coaching us, they're preparing us for the next level.
And then kind of on the flip side of that, how do you not get complacent after having an 11-win season, you know, first 11-win season since 2001?
I think that's the main thing that you really can't do is get comfortable. Because once you start to get comfortable, then you like really just start to get, like you said, complacent. And that's the main thing you can't do. You don't want to get complacent or get comfortable with anything you're doing, because it's just like, it honestly brings you down, because like you feel like you're just at a spot already. But if you just want to continue to work and continue to get better, then it just allows that to happen, honestly, if you don't get complacent.
Kind of take me back to the beginning. Obviously, your freshman year was not ideal. Y'all finished 3-7.
Yeah.
Now it's 0-7 in the record book. After that season, did you think about leaving? What was kind of going through your mind?
Really, I just thought about the main thing was just really focusing on who was going to be coming in. I gave it time. I didn't rush to leave. Like, of course, you know, you have those thoughts where it's a bunch of unknown. So you just in an unknown space, honestly. So you really just have to sit and wait. And we just waited, and I know we just a lot of the guys were just talking. And me being a freshman at the time, like, I was just always talking to the older guys, like, what do y'all think gonna happen? Like, because I don't really know. It was my first year in college football. Like, I don't know how coaches change, because that was my first time ever like having a coach change. Like, everywhere I've been, I've always played for the same coach. Like, he's been there however long I was there. So it was different just having that. But when Coach Heupel first came in, he made it a point to make it just like, he's a true player's person. Like, he cares about us. And he understood when he came in that, like, we wasn't going to trust him automatically, and he just didn't trust us automatically. But he built the staff, and he built this team where we all just come in every day just expecting to just really be able to get around each other and expecting to be better than we were the day before.
Yeah, and was there a moment you can remember when Coach Heupel got here that kind of made you want to stay? Because obviously you were highly recruited out of high school. You had the chance to leave if you wanted to. What kind of made you want to stay and play for Coach Heupel?
Really just one thing that I really wanted to stay at Tennessee was the culture. Like, Tennessee is a winning program, it's a winning culture, so you have that. And being an in-state kid, like, I'm from Memphis, so getting a chance to play for my home state is amazing. So that was things that really just want to keep me here. And then you got a chance where a coach like Coach Heupel comes in. Like, I honestly didn't know who Coach Heupel was. Then he comes in, he just talks to you like, just person to person. It's not like a football thing. Like, we're able to have true conversation about just other sports, other things in life, like just things that we enjoy doing. So it's good just to really be able to have a coach like that allows you to be yourself and just really is a comfort and place for you.
Yeah, and then obviously Coach Gardner comes in, your position coach. What's kind of your relationship with him? I know all the defensive linemen have been talking about how tough he is on you.
Yeah, it's me and Coach G have a great relationship. I feel like I knew him a little bit at Arbor. So just getting a chance to just really be able to know him a little bit there as coming out of high school, but then coming here, just continuing to see who he is. He just continued to push you to be a great man, great football player. He coaches tough, but the way I was grew up, like that's how I always was coached, just in a tough space. So, but the thing I love about Coach G is every time he coaches you so tough, he's always the same person to pick you up. So it's not like a tear you down, like something we have in our room. He never wants to demean you as a person. He just wants to teach you. So, and it's not, and he always makes sure to make sure that you know it's not about the tone that's coming off, it's about the message. Like you have plays where you mess up at times, but it's not about him yelling or things like that. It's just about him just coaching up the play so that we can be better as a team.
Coach Gardner's one of the loudest coaches at practice every day. What are some of the things he's been telling y'all, and what's maybe the best advice that he's given you since you've been here?
The things that he's really just been telling us this year is really just, like you said, don't be complacent. One thing he always says is potential, but potential is really nothing because you haven't done anything with it. I feel like that's something that I really just carry with me all the time. But his favorite thing to say, like in the meeting room, is a Bible verse: is to whom much is given, much is required. So he always tells us that like we want all the glitz and glamour, we want all the things that come with football, but we need to be able to, embrace the process and embrace the hard work in it. Where a lot of stuff is given to us as people, as football players, but we need to really be able to like tone in and just really focus on what we do on the field, that it'll carry over to everything outside.
So after you leave that period of unknown, you'll get comfortable with Coach Heupel, obviously. Second year, Alabama comes to town, you walk off field goal on your home turf. I know you're on the protection unit for field goal. Kind of walk me through that moment and just kind of all the work and the journey that it took to get there.
It was pretty cool moment, honestly. Like looking back at it, like in the moment in the game, I'm thinking like, oh, we gonna win this game. Like just staying positive, staying a team player. But like looking back at it, I'm all like, we practice that kick like all the time because we always moving around different places. We're always just different kicks, just want them hit from different lengths and things like that. That was one of the spots that we always practice. So like when we was just out there, if you like was to go back and watch the video of the kick, I literally like step and then I just run like straight to the student section. Like I was that confident in Chase at the moment. So it was just good to really have a teammate like Chase, who he was like, he approached every day just really being able to be him, be comfortable. He understood. He always was like, play the next play always, no matter what. If he missed kicks, made kicks, he's always the one who's always pushing you to just be who you are, and that's who he was.
You run to the student section, walk me through that moment. You probably got students flying down.
Yeah, it took me like 45 minutes to get back to the other side of like the locker room, like to where our locker room is. It was crazy, but it was a great feeling, just really just see like another moment for all of Tennessee to just come together. Like we understand, like everybody is Rocky Top, is Vols, like we always are always together. But like a moment like that, it's just I feel like it made everybody even closer. But us as a team, like we try to leave that like in the past. Like we understand everything that happened, but we want to like make it a known thing. We don't really want to be able to say, oh, we beat them this year and that was that, and just live on that in the past. So we try to really flip that page and just continuing to grow on it and look at those things and just help us every game of the season.
Yeah, so talking about helping you every game of the season and that feeling, this season are y'all using that feeling after that game? I mean, it's fun to beat Alabama and win. Is that a feeling that's fueling y'all to get better for this year and go out and beat Georgia, beat Alabama again?
Nah, we really don't even talk about it. Like we don't talk about it like just coming in like, whereas you say, oh, let's remember the feeling of this game to win this game. Nah, we come in every week just wanting to go 1-0, thinking about whoever we're playing at that moment. Like, so I would say, nah, we don't really use like how it felt after the game. I think everybody on the teams understand what a win feels like, especially a big win for our program. But we just want to go 1-0 every week, and we celebrate after.
You talk about coming together as a team. It feels like this year the team is closer than even it was last year. Mm-hmm. You're a big family guy yourself. How much does that help you in this locker room, and how much are you preaching to the guys, hey, let's be brotherhood, let's be a family going into this season?
It helps a lot. It helps a lot, especially when you have different things going on throughout the team, like where you have guys who are just all dealing with different things. Everybody comes from a different place. So when you have guys who understand that you're there for them, the coaches are there for you, it makes it even easier to come out on the practice field and just really give everything you got for that one day, that one rep, that one play. Because like if you mess up, you're gonna get coached up, and sometimes the players are beating the coaches to coach up another player, And that's just the type of culture that we want to build here and that we are building. And we just want to continue to build on that. We never want to get complacent. We just, like I said, continue to build on, take the next step in everything that we do.
Kind of tell me about your relationship with Jabari Small. I know it's hard. It's rare we find you without Jabari Small. What's that friendship like? And just kind of explain that.
Yeah, literally, like right before I came up here, I was eating lunch with Jabari. So, like you said, it's never a time really where he's without me, I'm without him. But that's my best friend. It's like my brother. Like honestly, like I don't even call him my best friend. I just call him my brother. Just because like we've known each other for so long, we've been through so much. Like our journey, same middle school, same high school. Just even to be able to have the opportunity to just be here at the same college, that doesn't really happen a lot. So it was just amazing for us to really just be able to still be here and both just see each other grow as young men, just continuing to grow as players on the field as well. So it's truly been a blessing.
And then I know your grandmother's a big part of your life and your family. Kind of talk about them and how they've supported you on this journey in your 4 years here.
I say my family, like, they're the most important thing to me because they always just texting me every day, checking up on me. Both my grandparents, like both sets, my mom and my dad. So they both all just text me everything, call me, checking up, making sure I'm practicing. They ask about my friends on the team that I'm always hanging out with. So it's good just to really be able to have my circle just really continuing to push me every day. Like I have close friends I went to high school with that just always text me every day, continuing to tell me to keep going. I text them every morning just really saying, tell them have a good day, everything like that. So it's good just to really be able to have that circle and knowing that they're going to be there for me regardless of the situation, but I never want to disappoint them. So I just always try to put my best foot forward.
Since Danny White's gotten here in this athletic department, it feels like all of the sports, even outside of the football locker room, basketball, baseball, it feels like the whole athletic department is a lot closer. You see coaches interacting, going on the tours together. Do you feel that same way? And as a family guy, how does that make you feel that this building you're in every day, it's like a family environment?
I think Josiah said it the best. Like he said one day, he was like, we are everything in school. And I feel like everybody ran with it. But that's the truth. Like literally, like everybody loves to see every sport thrive. We love to see everyone having fun, interacting with each other. And it's just good to be able to be on campus because I know when I first got here on campus, I would see other athletes and I would be like, what sport do they play? Who are they? Like, are they an athlete? Like, so it's good now you see so many people that I just like am friends with, I'm cool with, that I hang out with outside the facility just from different sports. So it's good to really just have that. And we all here to have we got the same goals. We want to win in our sport. We want to be the best in our sport. And it's good just to get other perspectives from every other sport to know that who you are and just to be able to grow with it.
And who are some of those teams, friends that you're hanging out with the most? I know you're always at volleyball games when y'all don't have football going on, and basketball games. Who are some of those people you hang out with?
I go to soccer games, I go to volleyball games, basketball, boys, men and women. I go to a lot of stuff. Like literally, I try to, whenever I'm free, I try to support the other athletes. Like, because I know if they free, I know they're coming to the football game. So I try to just always support. I would say like the other closest athletes I'm close with is like Josiah and really Zakai. Like I miss with those boys a lot. We really hang out. We'll get on the game. We'll play the game with each other, things like that. I'm real cool with the volleyball team. I know a lot of them. So it's good just to really be able to have friends like on all different sports that really connects us. Like we'll go bowling, just different things like that. Like outside of our sport, just really continuing to build our friendship and build our relationship.
And then going through COVID and obviously everything, the craziness that happened in 2020, did you ever think you'd have that feeling at Tennessee then, and kind of just walk through the massive change you've seen?
Yeah, when I first got here, everything was like real cliquish. Like everybody had their own people that they hung out with. I got a chance to meet like running backs and things like that because of Jabari, and he met like D linemen and things like that because of me. And we would force each other to hang out because when me and Jabari always like we had friends in all like positions. So like it was kind of weird to us to see people only hanging out with their position group. And we kind of had forced like our friends to like meet each other, and that's how like our friend group kind of started, honestly. So it's cool just to be able to have that. But like COVID, like it was so much like unknown. Like you never knew when you was gonna be able to be free, not wear masks. So it's good that I'm happy that everybody's just able to really get back to normal, just really be who they are, like interact with everybody, just be a great person.
Going into this year, it's your senior year, you know, you probably have NFL aspirations. What are some of your goals personally going into this season?
I really just want to continue. For the main thing, I want to be a great teammate. Like, I feel like everything with football, everything's going to fall into place if you're doing the right thing outside of the field, off the field. So that's why I really pride myself in just really doing everything right outside the field, and really just like focusing on like the small details. That's been something for me, and I know the team is really focusing on a lot. Just those small little things, the missed assignments, or just make sure we run into the ball, like little things like that people probably watching the game would be like, oh, like why is he running so hard? The ball like going the total opposite way. Like it's just about little things like training yourself, so that way something happens, you already there. It's already a trained mentality for you, an instinct. So it's good that we just, and that's the main thing for me, I just try to focus on the small details and make sure I'm being a good teammate.
How has that transition to a leadership role gone for you? What are some of the things you've worked on going into this season?
The main thing I really focus on this season as a leader is being more vocal. I'm a pretty quiet person, so I don't really talk much, but I lead by example. But something that we've really been focusing on as a team is don't lead by example, be the one who's bringing people with you, forcing people to do the right thing, and just talking about it. And I feel like I've taken a tremendous step in that, because I'm always just a person who's like, I'm doing everything right. Like how you see people on the team other than me doing everything right, like how could you not be doing everything right? So, but sometimes, like I said, everybody is different. Like, so some people need a little approachment, like just saying like, come on, need a one-on-one time, just encouragement or self-encouragement. So it's good just to really be able to, I feel like my teammates trust me, my teammates believe in me to be able to do that and be there for them. I feel like I'm a reliable teammate for them. And that's the main thing, because I feel like if we can go out there and we can all feel like that we're playing for each other, the person beside me, behind me, then we're gonna be okay.
Coach Gardner, obviously, you probably have a good relationship with him now, going into your third year with him. How has he helped you become a better leader, growing in this leadership role in your senior season?
He just continues to put me in tough situations. Like, that's the main thing with Coach G. He always puts us in tough situations to be able to grow, because he never wants us, like I said, get comfortable. He doesn't want us to get comfortable. And he always says, you want to be comfortable being uncomfortable. So he tries to put us in the worst situations possible that makes you step out front and lead, whether that's running or being in a hard drill that's unrealistic for a game or anything like that. It's just when you go through those tough times, then you're able to step out, lead, and you learn so much from it, because he wants to make practice the hardest and make games easy for us. So it's been a great thing for us to have Coach G, and he just continues to push us every day just to be better people on the field and off the field.
What are some of those drills that he's putting you through? Obviously, in the moment, you probably hate him, but what are some of the ones that are the toughest or that you've seen yourself grow the most?
Really just the running piece, the conditioning. Like, no matter what, you're going to condition. Like, after every practice, he going to make sure you get the conditioning in. But that's just who he is. He's an old school coach, and he just makes sure that we always are buying in, because you're going to get tired. You don't practice a long time, but you got to be able to play yourself into shape. So we run, and we run a lot. So it just makes us really just motivate each other, motivate the people beside you, where that way you can just able to keep going.
What are your aspirations after football? You know, obviously after the NFL, after college. What are some of the things you could see yourself doing in the future?
I could see myself, being a coach, possibly a sports AD, or like a sports broadcaster, like anything just dealing with sports, honestly. Like, I want to be in a position where, whether it's a coach, then I'll be around football in general. But I want to mainly see myself in a position where I can be around all type of sports, because I just love sports in general. Has
Coach Gardner helped you in any way, kind of maybe pursue coaching or make you want to coach, talk to you about it, anything like that?
No, not necessarily talk to me about it, but I could see how much Coach G cares about coaching, because he's a legend. Like, I'm sure he's had opportunities to go to the next level and coach and just be productive there as well. But you could tell that it's his calling, to just be in his position that he's in right now, to create young men, just really be able to grow. And that's something that I really see. And I feel like just being that, having a guy like Coach G in my life, like that's something I feel like I could be able to do in the future as well.
Of everything Coach G gives you, all the tough coaching, the advice, if you were to become a coach, what would be the thing that you take from him the most, you think?
The thing I would be able to take from Coach G the most is just never be comfortable, always have fun, be happy, and just embrace what you do and have pride about yourself. Everything we do is for the last name on our back, so you got to be able to have pride, and that's something Coach G speaks, like he speaks to us all the time. Like some days we'll go in the meeting room, he just talks to us and just give us life lessons, like, and he just tells us, you know, just have pride about yourself because that's the main thing.
I don't know if it would be more of a tradition or a superstition, but big Minute Maid Guy before every game. Kind of tell us where that came from and what makes it continue now.
It really just happened like in middle school, honestly. Like I just did it after one game, like before the game. I had a pretty good game, so I'm like, hold up. I was like, I ain't really did some of the stuff I was doing out there for real before. I was like, it's pretty cool, so I just tried to keep the same thing, but now it's like, because I'm not a superstitious person, but now I just make sure I just drink Minute Maid before every game, at least before I leave the hotel or once I get to the stadium.
What flavor are you rolling with before games?
I'm good with anything Minute Maid other than the regular lemonade.
Not messing with the lemonade?
Nah, for some reason I don't like the regular lemonade or the Minute Maid.
Awesome. So now, just a couple more lighter things, I guess. You're going into your senior year. What's been your favorite thing about Knoxville since you've moved here from Memphis?
Favorite thing about Knoxville is really just like how much everybody cares about the school. Like it's good. It's crazy to see like you go everywhere in Knoxville, like it's Tennessee, and it's Vols, Rocky Top. So it's good just to really be able to just be at a place like this, just a true college town that they really truthfully care about you.
How much has that changed since last season when, I mean, y'all peaked at number 1 or number 2 and just the city coming around the team? How much has you seen that?
It's crazy. Like you go everywhere, no matter where you go. Like I joke with one of my friends, like I always tell her like, I really can't go anywhere without at least one person noticing me. Like no matter if that's a kid to an elder, like it doesn't matter. It always happens no matter where I go. So, but I like it. I embrace it because I just enjoy being able to like go out there and play in Neyland. And I know that's how they connect to us as well. So it's like we just continuing to build that connection.
Do people talk to you on campus, recognize you when you're walking to class?
Yeah, they do. But you know, students, we don't really they don't really say anything. Like they might say what's up or something like that, but they don't really talk to you that much. Most of them, like, they kind of be scared of, like, us. Like, they think we would probably be mean to them or something. But really, we just goofy, honestly. Like, our whole team, we're just a bunch of goofballs, bro. Awesome.
And, Omari, I can't let you leave without giving us a season prediction. What do you see happening for Tennessee this year? And I guess team goals as a whole, what are your plans this year?
I honestly, I think we expect to win the SEC East. Like, and I feel like doing that and expecting to do that gonna put us in a great position for what we have to accomplish after that. So that's the main goal, win the SEC East.
What would you say is the biggest thing that y'all have to maybe make consistent or accomplish this year to win the SEC East?
Really just going 1-0 every week, focus on every game that we have in front of us and not looking down the road at games. When you look down the road, you can get complacent in what you got going on. You can look past teams, not really be focused so much that you don't even get a chance to accomplish your goals. So that's the main thing that we focus on is being 1-0 every week and really just focus on whoever we were playing at that game.
It's tough to have that tunnel vision every week, especially if you're playing, you know, an FCS school the week before you travel somewhere else. How do you keep that tunnel vision? How do you keep the younger guys locked in on the game in front of them?
Preparation, honestly. Like you come in, we push to make sure that we are coming in every week, treating every game like it's our last game. Because if you treat it like it's your last game, like you're gonna have the most attention to detail, you're gonna be the most locked in, and you're gonna be able to go out there and just try to have the most fun while playing. So we treat every game like it's our last game, and we just expect to go 1-0 every game that we play. And by the end, when we're able to, Coach G actually he uses a reference. A mule or someone is like plowing grass, they have like a muzzle on and they can't see anything outside but what they're doing. And he said that's how we just have to be. Like everyone's preaching it, coaches preach it, players preach it, where we just need to really be focused on what's right here right, and be in our moment. The team we really been a lot on right here, right now, just focus on in the moment and really just focus on that one game.
Right here, right now. Omari,
Yes,
I
indeed.
appreciate it. Good luck this
Yes,
season.
sir. Thank you.
We'll be paying attention.
Appreciate it.